watching a master at work.
Alright guys, it's finally time for some JZ stuff. I got, watch out tank, a Denso oxygen sensor and a new TPS from Toyota. So we're going to put those on today. The JZ car has been in a slumber for almost a year. I didn't drive it. May 28th was the last event, but it's time. It is time, guys. Alright guys, so today I'm going to show you how to adjust your throttle position sensor on a JZX100 1J VVTi. This also applies to Supras, basically any JZ car, because it's all the similar style. The JZX100 has a 3-pin connector. A TPS is the same, basically like procedure. It's a measure of resistance and voltage to supply to the throttle body, and the ECU to inject the right amount of fuel for the mixture from the MAF, all that stuff, all that calculated computer information. So what you're gonna have to do is undo these 2 screws. I don't have this one, but loosen them so you can turn the actual TPS. I know that doesn't look like much of a turn, but it affects your resistance values very great. So what you're gonna do is do that and then get yourself a multimeter. Alright, so my multimeter's right here. So what you're gonna have to do is go to ohms. I like to do it where it's the 1000 value. So you take these pins and you're gonna do it to the IDL terminal and the EL terminal, which is, looking at it, is the far left 2 pins. There's only 3 pins. So what you're going to do is do that. Let me do that here real quick. Give you guys a little bit of a view. So you take those, it doesn't matter which way, positive or negative on the connector, that you put on there, but you do that to see what it is resting when you have it set. Right. So it's going to be all the way to the left, so I'm pretty lucky here. So what you're going to do is make sure that you hold it right there and slowly turn the bolts, or the nuts, or the screws I should say. It's kind of difficult because your power steering is going to be in the way of the reservoir. Don't tighten them too tight, because if you do, you won't be able to get them out. So I'm going to check the resistance values again with my multimeter on those same pins, the far left 2 ones. 0.0. So that's good. So now the hard part is going to see what it is at full throttle. Oh damn it, I almost had it. So you're going to try and hold the 2 pins if you can without an alligator clip, and open the throttle blade all the way and see what the change in resistance is. So on the open throttle position, you can check your kilo ohms. There should be 3.2 to 7.1 kilo ohms, but the JZX100 is not very adjustable, obviously, as I showed you earlier. The part number for the TPS for JZX100 is right there. Use that part number so you don't, there's a lot of places that sell them that charge more than what they're worth to make money, so save yourself some money and look for that part number online. The ECU corrects for minor differences in the throttle position sensor. So at full throttle, it will show 5 volts. At 0, at no throttle, it should show 0, obviously. But yeah, basically, really honestly, you can, if you don't have like a multimeter or anything like that, you can just literally put this in and it would work. I've done it before. I mean, I wouldn't recommend doing that if you want to be precise, you know, with your throttle inputs and stuff, but hey, we're all car guys, we all know what to do. If it works, it works. I'm one of those people, so that's how you do that. Alright, so I don't have the O2 sensor hooked up. I have to get the right one, but let's see if she starts. I did a voltage, test of the battery, and it says it's at 12 volts because I have that disconnect on here, so let's see. See if she turns on. Get you guys a little bit of a view here. See how angry she is. kind of mad. Tiny bit of madness here. It's been sitting for about, I'd say 7 months, honestly. But it is, those 2 sensors disconnected because I don't have that yet, but the TPS seems to be working. So I'll just let it kind of chill here for a second before I start revving it. Oh, it's pissed. It's pissed. Oh, it's mad. There we go. Oh, it's Cam. It's upset. But it's reliable JZ power. Reliable JZ power. Yeah, so it seems like it's all right. I don't see any leaks. Let's check. It's been sitting, like I said, for 7 months. Got a little bit of a drip right there. I'll have to check and see what that is actually. It looks like fuel possibly. We'll see. It's not a big, so it's just a little drip. So be all right there. I don't see any leaks or anything. So it's warming up here. I do have, it's running here at 12.9, 15 inches of mercury for vacuum. Temp sensor isn't on right now. It's okay. Z-Trans got the CDO9. It's 370 Z-Trans with the Serial 9 shifter. Seems okay. Seems like it's starting to warm up here a little bit. Oh yeah. Some of that Garrett. But yeah. There she is, boys. Didn't run her too much because I don't have coolant in the radiator. I drained it for the winter, so that wasn't too bad. It was just a little bit of an idle, so it should be okay. But yeah, that's that video. I'll be doing a video tomorrow. I'm going to be pulling a 2JZ GE out of a Lexus SC300. I'm going to do an NA2J build with Trevor and David to have a thrash car. It's going to go in the shell in my backyard. Stay tuned for that. I'll show you that back there. This car right here, I don't know though. I don't know what I'm going to do with her. Just sitting there all lonely because she misses her JZ. The truck will be back tomorrow, but I'm going to be taking you guys with me up to Springs. Showing you what junkyard I'm going to go to with one of my buddies there. I'll show you his channel too. He's got right-hand drive S14 and a 2J swapped S13 coupe just like mine. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Thanks.
Yeah.